Blink, blink, ding, bling. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ling, 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 ding, 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 a ling, 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 a ding, diddling, ding, ding, diddling, ding, ding, diddling, ding, ding. Dink, 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 ding, ding, dink, dink.
Welcome again to Ho Yeah Podcast. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi, Jackie. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, we didn't just record the whole intro and not actually record the audio on it. We didn't do that at all.
Wink.
Nope. We're professionals.
Patreon listeners might know different, but as far as you regulars are concerned, and the uggos we reject from our Patreon, this is the first intro.
That's why we're always commenting on everybody's profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
We're deciding whether you're in or not.
That's right. But Amy, you were saying you can't keep a secret earlier when we were not recording and just having a conversation.
Right. So I can't keep a secret. We just did a couple of Patreon exclusive episodes where we are reading a very sexy and erotic fan fiction, a King of the Hill fan fiction. It's called For the Love of Kate. And
For the love of Kate.
Come on! It's called For the Love of Kate. We recorded about 3 episodes because it's very short chapters, but we're going to put them on our Patreon every week until the fan fiction's done. And we are having an amazing time doing it. It's a lot of fun. It's been really fucking funny.
We're 3 chapters in. It's extremely erotic. I'm excited to keep reading it. I mean, we haven't read any of it before, so as we read it on each episode, it's our first read through of it. So I'm praying that it doesn't get weird and there's no children that get pulled into any sexual situations like Bobby or Connie or Joseph. I'm hoping nothing weird like that happens because it's a good time.
Yes. Weird is all right, but like children and incestual, we're not here for it. So hopefully we don't get to that. Maybe we hope it stays between consenting adults. And so far it has. And so far it's been wildly hot.
Very, very sexual.
So good. So those are going to be going up on the Patreon soon. But for now, for this episode, we're talking to Spank with love. Could possibly be erotic, but it's not.
No.
It's child abuse.
Yes.
Anyway, that is going to be season 3, episode 11. But before we get into that, we have shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
Yes, we do. Let's see here. Jackie, you want to go first?
Yes, and I'm very, very pleased to say that we have a few new reviews on iTunes. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
It means so much. You are doing God's work, honestly.
Yep.
God's work. All right. So my review comes from Robert the Ratchet. And the subject says, a pleasant podcast about mammal ejaculate and occasionally King of the Hill. And the body says, a fun listen that gets me through my monotonous days at work. A pretty dang good podcast chronicling one of humanity's greatest contributions. You go, girls. Thank you, Robert
girl.
the Ratchet.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that the only one for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I have 2.
Oh.
And yes, and I'm going to read one of them from iTunes. And that one is from Dershberg.
Ooh.
and it says, a dang old great podcast. It says, Ho Yeah Podcast is easily the best King of the Hill related podcast out there. Not only are Jackie and Amy hilarious, but their personal knowledge and insight towards each episode makes any King of the Hill fan eager to listen and rewatch. Sha-sha-sha!
Ah,
Thank you
Sir
so
Schmudge.
much. God, I love those iTunes reviews. They're so good.
I know.
So much. But I have one more. And it's from our Facebook. It's from our Facebook group. It's not our Facebook page. It's from our group. Sammy S. posted in there. And here's what they said. Y'all, I needed somewhere to release this info. First off, my listener comment made it into the episode that came out yesterday. I was so excited. And I got a job offer, so I now consider Ho Yeah Podcast my good luck charm because that's what I was listening to before the interview. Amy and Jackie are my good luck charms, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Oh,
Yay!
yes! Congratulations!
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Congrats, Sammy. So happy that you got a job offer in the middle of a pandemic. You must have fucking rocked that interview.
Yeah.
Really?
You earned it. It wasn't luck, had nothing to do with it.
No, but I am going to take credit for it.
Our podcast is lucky, and it will help you be a better person.
Yes.
But I also acknowledge that you have the skill. Don't gaslight yourself. You earned this.
Yes. You did earn it. Mm-hmm. And thank you for letting us know, because that really made my day when I read it.
Yeah, me too. Well, when I heard it just now, that made my day.
The rest of the day today, it made it. All right.
My day's made.
Yes.
Well, I also have one more shout out then in that case.
Oh, well. All right.
And it's by Nomiomio. And they just made such a lovely drawing of us, our logo, and the quote, it's 25% King of the Hill, 75% two women cackling about each other's diarrhea. And that made me so happy. Thank you so much. I love it so much. I sent that to so many people. I saved it on my phone. It's my background. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, meow, 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 meow. Now let's get to our Patreon shout outs. By the way, we mentioned this earlier. So our Patreons, they already know when we were recording this / not recording this. But we are video recording this episode, and I think we're just probably not going to edit this, so you're going to get all of the fuck ups, all of the bathroom breaks, all of the, I don't know, mess ups in general that we always have. There's always a lot, but we're giving that to our patrons, so we would like to do maybe like
you
once
hear
a
that?
month. Yeah,
you're getting all our garbage.
You're getting the shitty version of the podcast.
So, you're welcome.
So, anywho, this episode will be on our Patreon early, and it'll be a video, so you'll have the video of it. So if you guys want to join our Patreon once a month, we're going to be doing that with whichever episode we feel most prepared to do that for. So, let's get in to Patreon shoutouts.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Because
yeah.
we got a bundle. We got a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know where it even starts? I don't even know where. Oh, I do know where it starts. Do I? I do.
Did we end with Shelby?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. We're gonna say we ended with Shelby. So if people
we definitely
get a double,
did Kenneth. There's no way we have more than one Kenneth, right?
No, yeah, we definitely did Kenneth. We did Shelby and Joshua.
Joshua V?
Joshua V. I think we did. If we didn't, then Joshua V.
I don't know that we did. Joshua.
Okay.
Whether we did or not, I'm especially excited to have you.
Joshua V. Welcome. And then we've got Naomi.
Yay!
That's Naomi, yo.
And we've got Sammy S.
Mm-hmm. Who just got the job. Same person. Yeah.
That's you?
That's them.
Sammy! You killed it.
And then we have Realist Sexy Boy 69.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to love our Ho Yeah After Dark. You're going to love that.
And then we have Eric. No last name, but I can see that you have a pool, or you have access to a pool. You lucky.
Must be rich. Then we got Fat White Lump.
And
Hey,
then
Fatty.
we have... Oh, go ahead.
I just said, hey, Fatty.
Hey, Lumpy. And after FWL, we have Laura T. You sassy.
We got Laura T. And then we got Aaron L.
Aaron and Laura are mysterious. They don't have pictures up. They don't want you to know anything about them. I'm going to find you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find you.
Mm-hmm.
And after Laura and Aaron, we have Andrew H. It looks like you have a cat.
Oh.
And we are very pro you and your cat.
Oh, yes. And then just got in by the skin of their teeth 3 hours ago.
Ooh.
Megan D.
Oh, yeah.
Megan
You did it.
Ah, so
You have
smart. So fast.
Impeccable timing, Megan. I'm sure you get that all the time.
I am sure. I'm sure. So those are our Patreon shout outs, and thank you so much everyone for joining us. We can't wait to be giving you even more stuff. It's so hard for me to keep secrets. We have so many things. So many things are happening. I can't wait for you guys to hear about all the stuff that we've got coming down the pipeline. But I am going to say one thing. I am going to give one thing away. And that is August 25th is our 1 year anniversary.
Mark your calendars.
Can you believe?
No,
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It feels like an eternity, but also a second. It feels like it's been no time at all and all the time in the world.
it does.
I can't believe how much we've grown. I'm not going to get too sentimental yet because it's not the 1 year, but August 25th is our 1 year anniversary. So in honor of that, in celebration of that, Jackie and I will be doing a live stream. We're going to be doing a live stream for who knows how long, but it's going to be on Sunday, August 23rd at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard time. Okay? So that's New York time. When you have to, that's it.
New York, that's Boston, that's Miami, that's Atlanta, that's Washington, D.C.,
all of those coastal
Charlottesville.
cities. All of them. So we're going to be doing it via Zoom, but we're going to be also projecting it, live streaming it to our Facebook Live, to a Facebook Live on the Ho Yeah Podcast page, not our group, on the page. But the fun thing is that we've been talking about having a call-in episode, and that's going to be a call-in. So we're going to put the number up. You're going to be able to call into our Zoom, and you'll be in the waiting room, and then we'll let a person in one at a time. We're also going to be doing giveaways. One really amazing one that I think all of y'all will like. So keep your ears peeled.
Oh. That was a throwback.
For that, whenever we get all the details hammered out.
Also, didn't we have a very special Patreon release today?
We did. Oh my God, we have so much going on. I can't keep track of it. We did. So we released so we recorded this episode back in June, like beginning of June. It is a King of the Hill and Harry Potter crossover episode, and we recorded it with Chloe from Unwatchable with Chloe Rodriguez. We were a guest on her podcast many months ago, and she's amazing. And we did it, and it was a lot of fun. And then just a couple of days later, J.K. Rowling came out with some really gross transphobic shit, and we thought, well, better shelve that. We're not releasing this right now. So today, the day that we're recording, July 31st, is Harry Potter's birthday. So we thought, let's release it today, but let's also donate some money to the Okra Project. So we donated to the Okra Project, kind of as like a fuck you to J.K. Rowling, and to support trans lives. So that episode is up on our Patreon now, and in a couple of weeks we'll release it to everybody else.
Yeah. So I know we always kind of talk about what our Patreon money goes to. It goes to maintaining the podcast and the expenses and creating merch and getting semi-fancy microphones, but we also wanted to put some of that money towards something good, and we hope you enjoyed the episode, and hopefully, we're just excited to do a little bit of good with this podcast while we're enjoying it ourselves. So thank you, everyone, and we hope you enjoy that episode.
Yes. Now, speaking of episodes, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I guess. I know I'm exhausted after all that sexy talk we did earlier. My God.
We literally just spent at least 2.5 minutes moaning and not saying words, just moaning.
Screaming.
Moaning.
Fake coming as hard as we could.
Yeah, it was exhausting.
Maybe even real coming. All right, let's get into it. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Season 3, Episode 11. To Spank with Love. Air date, January 19, 1999. Lots of nines in that.
Wait, what? January 19th, 1999?
1999.
Okay.
Early in the morning, Peggy receives a phone call from Tom Landry Middle School. She is asked to fill in for a Spanish teacher and, in a roundabout way, is warned of a surprise in-class evaluation. While the class begins well enough, the mischievous students Dooley and Clark Peters soon pull a series of pranks on Peggy, causing her great embarrassment and frustration, as well as making it appear that she cannot control a classroom. When Peggy returns home, she shows her family the results of the in-class evaluation, which concludes that she needs improvement. The next day, Peggy, she's gonna prove herself. She takes a more proactive approach with the bullies, but Dooley ends up pulling down Peggy's pants in front of the entire class.
This has always made me so uncomfortable. This is not, it's one thing to pants a peer, but to do it to not just an adult, but an authority figure, a woman, it just feels so upsetting to watch this happen.
I was like, every time I see it, I'm like, if I was Peggy, I probably would have fucking punched him. I would have punched him in the face and thrown him out of the window. I would have been so furious. It's so degrading. It's such a shitty thing to do. It's terrible to do to your peers, but it's a grown woman and you see her big pink underwear. Like, what if she wasn't wearing underwear? Because some people don't.
What if she was wearing a thong?
What if she was wearing dirty underwear?
Oh.
What if she had skid marks? You know, It happens. What if she was wearing her period underwear?
Oh my God. Holes everywhere.
Holes everywhere. Stains up the wazoo.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's bad. So Dooley fucking pulls down Peggy's pants. He pants her in front of the entire class. All the students are laughing at her. Peggy's horribly embarrassed, naturally, and furious. She's furious. She grabs Dooley, places him over her knee, and gives him a spanking. Shouting, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah, that's upsetting too. That just comes out of her automatically.
I know. It's one thing to be like, "You fucking asshole," but it's another to be like, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah.
Suddenly, Peggy, realizes what she's doing. She looks around. All the students are looking at her in complete shock and disgust and just stops what she's doing. She's, in disbelief what she just did. A little bit later, Peggy's at home. Hank attempts to assure her that she will not lose her job over the incident. He recalls, as a child, he was disciplined all the time. And, it was with a paddle. They nicknamed it Old Spanky. Bobby comes in and he's mad at Peggy. He's like, "What were you thinking? Dooley pants people. That's what he does. Just pull up your pants and move on." The next day, she's in the principal's office, Principal Moss, who I love. She's in there and she's having a meeting with Principal Moss and Dooley's parents. And, despite Hank's words of reassurance and Dooley's parents forgiving her, actually commending her for spanking him,
Yeah.
Principal Moss fires Peggy due to the fact that there are procedures to administering legal spankings, and she violated them at every turn. He calls in Emily, the school's resident bootlicker, and snitch, and she escorts Peggy off the premises. Later, back at home, Peggy is sobbing in bed with her substitute teacher of the year trophies. Hank feels bad. He comes in and he gives her a book on learning how to design software, because when Peggy was freaking out, she's like, "I could just learn how to design software. Everyone says that I could do it." Nobody has said that.
Yeah, and he gives her the book and she just cries and he just backs out of the room.
Just backs away, slow, like, "Never mind. Too much emotion. Can't handle it." One moment. Let me get some more wine. Hold on, all of you Patreon users. Just one moment.
Hey, in the meantime, I'll dazzle you by putting on lipstick. You regulars won't get to see this.
Oh, she's doing it. It's so sexy. Oh my God. It looks amazing. Jackie. How? Looks
You can hear the lipstick on my lips.
It looks perfect. You didn't miss a single spot. Later, Peggy is in the garden trying to keep herself busy, but Cotton pulls up and says, jumps out of his caddy and says that he needs Peggy to make 200 pancakes for the Arlen VFW breakfast. Peggy is just like, "Fine, whatever, I'll make you 200 pancakes. I have nothing else to do." Cotton's just like, "Okay." And he's like, "Why are you crying? You got the monthlies?" Peggy then lets Cotton know that she was fired because she spanked Dooley. And Cotton's just like, "What? That's ridiculous." He offers a rare instance of cooperation and support and offers to help Peggy by turning her on to his friend Jeter Tuberville.
Jeter the Beater.
Who apparently disciplined thousands of students by spanking them during his tenure as principal at Tom Landry Middle School.
I love that quote by him.
Which
Can I
one?
say it?
Yeah.
"In my 35 years at Tom Landry Middle School, I spanked thousands of students, shaping their characters and preparing them to die in wars overseas."
Jackie, you look fucking insane.
I know. I can't stand. I can't stand.
Got to
For the Patreon.
Take it off! At least clean your teeth! Oh my god!
All right.
Turbeville and his fellow veterans circulate a petition in an effort to get Peggy reinstated. He also gives Peggy old Spanky, the same paddle, the very same paddle that he beat children mercilessly with during his tenure as principal. Shortly thereafter, the school board votes on the matter and Peggy wins her job back. But when Peggy returns to the school, she brings old Spanky along for good measure. For good measure.
For good measure.
Measure. Much to the concern of her students. So they're not really paying attention to her anymore during class. They're just terrified of her. You know, she even says, well, I'm not going to have to use it because now you know that I have it in me. Wink.
Yeah.
God. Bobby approaches his father about his mother's aggressive attitude. He explains that fear of the paddle is giving his friend Joseph nightmares, which is why he won't come over to hang out at the house anymore. Bill suggests that Peggy is letting power go to her head and that she may even start growing a mustache because of it.
Yeah. I love that part. He's just like, she's feeling so powerful and she has all this extra testosterone pumping through her. She could grow a mustache if she wants. He's so turned on.
He doesn't know how to handle his boner right now.
No.
Hard as a rock. Also,
Peggy with a mustache is too much for him.
Peggy with a mustache paddling him, forget it. Forget it. All right. Let's see. Hank explains that she's been hard to talk to lately. Meanwhile, word of Paddlin' Peggy spreads throughout the town, and the local television news channel stops by the house to tape a segment on the famous substitute teacher. Peggy's in a panic. She realizes the paddle's nowhere to be found. She can't find it. She's looking underneath the car. She's getting covered in oil. She looks manic. Yeah, just like Jackie does right now. And
you can't see it if you're not Patreon, but you're getting a lot of visual.
So much hand movement. Hold on. She discovers the paddle. It's protruding from Dale Gribble's trash can. She immediately assumes that his son Joseph has thrown it out there. Joseph strongly denies the accusation, but Peggy is certain he is the culprit. She notices that the news team has their video cameras on her, so she feels like she has to kind of start putting on the Paddlin' Peggy show. So she grabs him and she's like, I'm not all talk, I'll do it. And everyone's just like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? She's got the paddle over her head. She's holding on to the scruff of his neck, his shirt, ready to beat the crap out of Joseph. And Dale is just standing there like, instead of being get your fucking hands off of my son. He's just terrified. He doesn't know what to do because he's a coward.
But he's also been horribly beaten by Spanky, so I'm sure he's just traumatized by the sight of it.
That's true. But Dale is a coward. We can agree on that.
He is a coward, though. That is true.
She raises the paddle over her head, prepared to strike the boy, as Dale pleads for somebody to stop her. Suddenly, Dale is like, it wasn't him, it was Bill. And Bill's like, no, I didn't. He's like, nah, no. Dale frantically confesses that it was he who stole the paddle, saying that she had gone crazy. Somebody had to stop her. Peggy is looking around. She sees everybody's reaction to this. She looks up and she sees one of those mirror things that I think you use for backing out of a mountain road or something. It's like a fisheye lens, and she just
looks like a bubble mirror.
Yeah, she looks like this hobgoblin who's hunched over this poor tiny child and ready to eat him and beat him mercilessly. And she just realizes that she's gone
so
too
unflattering.
Far. It's so awful. She looks terrible. She's gone too far. She drops the paddle. Dale comforts his son, calls Peggy a bully. Bobby shakes his head in disapproval. Back home, Peggy regrets ever using the power of the paddle in the first place. Hank tells her that he was saving an important speech for when Bobby would be bullied, but thinks he can apply it to the situation. Peggy is grateful for Hank's support, but denies the speech and later returns to school, hoping to find her old self, the one who could teach children without scaring the bejesus out of them. And I love that quote from Hank. I wrote it down. It just cracks me up. And he says, "Sounds like you're scared. You know, I have a little speech I've been saving for the day when Bobby gets beat up by a bully, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Him and his darn prop comedy. Every time the boy gets into a jam, he shoves French fries up his nose and makes a new friend. Ugh."
Makes a new friend.
And then he's just like, ugh.
Hank just expects that some kind of quote unquote natural order should set his son quote unquote straight or in line, and Bobby is above that. He doesn't need to conform.
It's such a good line. He's like hoping that Bobby gets his ass kicked. He's praying for the day when Bobby gets his ass kicked.
Ready. He's got the speech ready to give to him. And it's kind of interesting to realize that he knows he might never get to give that speech because Bobby is just so charming.
He is. And he's funny and everybody loves him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. So Peggy's back at the school, and Dooley again starts making her the brunt of practical jokes. He has a fake drawing of her with her pants pulled down on a map. She has like this big ass mace, like one of those like medieval type, like they have a chain on it and a big old ball at the end with spikes, and it looks incredibly painful. She takes the mace and swings it over her head, and she swipes the picture clean off the school map, and then recounts how innocent people were brutally punished with such a device as the mace during the Spanish Inquisition, even though they did nothing wrong. And everybody, including Dooley and Clark Peters, they're like super into this. They're like, okay, we're not gonna like fuck with her anymore. This is really cool. She's interesting. She's a good teacher.
I love that part of her lesson is not only did they do this, but nobody ever said they were sorry.
I know, and only to Joseph. I love that she doesn't apologize to Dooley. Yeah, because fuck you, Dooley. You fucking deserve that. Joseph, I'm sorry. Dooley, go get fucked. Later, Peggy is out in her garden, and she's like, you see these two eyes staring through the fence, and she's like, I feel like somebody's watching me, Joseph. And then we see Joseph ride up on his bike from elsewhere, and it turns out it's Dale just like staring through. Oh, that part made me laugh so hard. She asks Peggy asks Joseph and Bobby to help her in the garden, and she's like, would you mind spreading this mulch? And he's like, what's it made out of? And she says, it's paddle. So she's destroyed old Spanky and mixed it up with goat manure, and they were all touching it with their bare hands and throwing it onto the ground. And that's the end of the episode!
Yay! Ow!
Good job,
well done, Amy.
Thank you.
Nicely
done. I'm exhausted. Jackie, thoughts, feelings, favorite moments, beliefs, whatever. Favorite quotes. There we go.
Well, one thing that popped out to me right away was Luann's hair is shorter. So this episode must have been made. Something's out of order because in the last couple episodes, right, her hair is back to normal, but it's still growing out here.
Yes.
From the explosion.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes in all of King of the Hill is when Dooley gets called out by Eustace's son. What's his name? Randy.
Yeah, that's
Randy tells on Dooley in class, and Dooley says, "You're dead." And Peggy's just like, "En español, por favor." And Dooley's just like, "Tu eres muerto." And that's one of my favorite quotes of all time. I laughed super hard at the part where Cotton shows up in this episode, but he has a very small part. Peggy is gardening and she just got fired and she's very upset, and Cotton shows up and he needs 200 pancakes and she starts crying and tells him what happened. And he's like, I got a friend over at the VFW, used to principal at Hank's school. He'll have you back spanking in no time. And that just made me laugh really hard.
I know. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want to spank any more children. It was just the one. He's like, shut up before you make me change my mind.
Yeah. I love the quote where Bobby's like, Joseph won't even come over to play anymore because he says he's having nightmares about that stupid paddle. And then Dale's just like, did you hear that? My son is dreaming about getting spanked by your wife. And then Bill's just like, well, that's not so unusual. And then the only other quote I wrote down was, you already said it, but it was just that part where Hank's just like, the important thing is your spanking days are over, right? And Peggy's like, well, so are my teaching days, at least until the day they make pants that cannot be pulled down by someone other than the wearer. And then,
I know, I love that.
And then just Hank says that whole thing about like, sounds like you're scared and I can give you a speech I've been meaning to give Bobby when he gets beat up, but seems like that's never going to happen because of his prop comedy. And that just made me laugh so hard. I love that part.
I know.
But
he's so disappointed that Bobby will never get beaten up.
I know. And he's so prepared for it too.
Yeah.
He's just so certain it's going to happen.
And his speech is definitely going to be like, well, now you know that you have to change. Like, it's not going to be like, you keep being who you are and fuck them and don't let them hurt you like that. It's going to be like, well, now you know that you're weird and you should not keep doing, you need to change.
I know. I'm so curious what his speech could possibly be, because he says, I think my speech might apply here. Do you want to hear it? What could it possibly be like?
I know. I love that too, because that, like, right out, he's like, do you want to hear it? And Peggy goes, oh, Hank. No. No.
I wouldn't want to hear it either.
No, me either. God. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got. I thought I had a lot, but you really nailed a lot of it in your retelling. I was excited to see Principal Moss. I love him.
God, I love Principal Moss.
I love him. I just love that whole part too, where Peggy's in his office and Dooley's parents are in the office, and Peggy's just so terrified, and she's like, "No, I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry that this happened, and I didn't mean it." And Dooley's parents are just like, "No, like, we're glad you did it. You are right for it. Your actions are justified, and there's no issue with us at all." And Principal Moss is just like, all right, well, let's see. We did this. He's looking at his manuals like, this is covered. We did that and that. All right, well, all that's left is, Peggy, you're fired. And it's just such a shock.
I know. I love that so much. He's like, all right, good. Apology from the parents. Nobody cared. You're fired.
Yeah. He's just, that's protocol. It's...
I know. And, I wrote down, I was like, if my kid pantsed a teacher, I think that I would also be okay with them being mercilessly beaten. Yeah. In response. I'd be like,
if a teacher automatically sucker punched my kid after they pantsed them, I'd be like, all right, on paper, I don't condone this, but I'm glad this happened. I don't regret it.
I'd be like, obviously, I've done something wrong as a parent if my kid thought that it was okay to do this. And I'm okay with you backhanding them. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad, but I get it.
It's good. What happened was ultimately a good thing.
I know that even Dooley's mom was like, you did good.
Yeah.
No, but in reality, I am totally against spanking. I really am.
Oh,
Which
yeah. In
I
real
wanted
life, I'm not pro spanking at all, but
no. I wanted to ask you, Jackie, were you ever spanked as a kid?
yeah,
Yeah?
but nothing crazy. Like, we had a special wooden spoon,
Uh-huh.
um, but it was mostly the threat of it. And whenever it did happen, it never hurt. It was like a light tap, but the fear of it was just like,
Right,
so
right.
I recognize that there are certain kids that get the shit beat out of them, and that's
Uh-huh.
not okay. So I'm not trying to, uh, you know, soften the idea of child
No.
abuse at all. But
We're kidding. We're kidding.
yeah,
No, I work in that field. I'm kidding, totally.
no. But when
I
I
was
say like I got spanked and it wasn't that big of a deal, I'm not saying like children that get beaten.
a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I was never spanked. My siblings were. They're older than me. The
And they
closest
were
one,
crazy.
well, yeah. The closest one to me is 4 years older than me, and like the oldest is 7. So they're much older than me. My mom had kids way too fucking young. And so she had a lot of influence from her mother, which is, I think I've talked about her before. Mum, the evangelical, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Mama,
100% believed in that.
of
So
course.
by the time I came around, my dad never believed in spanking. My mom was, she did it because she was kind of taught by her mom to do it. By the time I came around, they were both just like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. This isn't right. So there's one time that I can remember my mom trying to spank me because I was older. I was like probably, I don't know, 7 or 8. And I don't think I had ever been spanked before then. I must have been a total asshole for her to, she like grabbed a wooden spoon or something, but I had been taking karate at that point. So I just was like, hiya, I was blocking it.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God, I was like, no. like, get that fucking thing out of here. I just kept
You
blocking
blocked your
it.
spanks?
I did. I was blocking it. I was like, no. And then my mom just was like, fuck it. And she gave up and I just like ran to my room. I was just like, oh, you're not getting me. You're not getting me.
I would be terrified if I was your mom.
I know. She just
like,
gave up.
Oh my God.
I was like, I've been taking karate lessons, lady. I know how to fucking throw a block. All right. So that's like the only time I can remember almost being spanked. I mean, my arm got hit, but I was blocking it. So it's not as bad as like actually getting fucking hit. I was just like, ha! Ha! Key up! I do like that Dale was like, spanking is wrong. It was wrong then and it's wrong now. Because he's right.
Yeah. Yeah, good on him. I like, we're fresh off of 2 back-to-back porn fan fiction readings.
I know.
That involve like a lot of Dale in sexual positions. So seeing him, my first thought was, ew. But he did good in this episode.
Kind of. As he's like asking for someone else to help his son.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll get into a couple things that I liked. I loved Bobby's gardening hat in the very beginning. He was wearing a beautiful sun hat. Love that.
Oh, that reminds me. I love the part where Peggy grabs that snake.
Yeah.
And it's such a badass moment. The boys are like scared and she's like, this is a harmless garden snake. And she just like throws it away. And it's just such a cool moment.
I know. And then Joseph says, your mom's as cool as most people's dads. Yeah. And then Bobby goes, it's like that book they took out of the school library. I got 2 dads. It's like that book they took out of the school library. Oh, God, of course. Of course they did. I love when Peggy is first starting her lesson and everything. 2 things I love is when she says this like Peggy Hill quote to the evaluator, and she's writing it down. She's writing, and Peggy's like, "Would you like me to repeat that again so you can write it down?" She's like, "Oh no, I was just taking points off for you starting late."
Yeah.
And then
that
Peggy,
like frazzles Peggy, and it just kind
Yeah.
of triggers everything else that happens.
right. And Peggy's like, she's talking to the class and things are going okay, and she makes a joke and she goes, "Hi, Margarita." Like her classic, "Oh, Peggy."
Oh, Peggy.
Oh, let's see. I love when she gets her review back and she's like, "Needs improvement? I have never needed to improve on anything in my whole life."
I know. Perfect.
Okay. I love Hank. He says, now, when Peggy's freaking out about possibly getting fired, he's like, "Now slow down. They're not going to fire you. You're a substitute teacher. They'll just stop calling."
Yeah. I meant to write that down. I also meant to write down the part where she's just like, I've never needed improvement, or I've never done a bad job or something. And he's just like, everyone does a bad job sometimes. For example, a few years ago, when I first started at Strickland, a guy there did a bad job. And, well, now I don't even know his name. It's like, God damn it, Hank.
I know. So close. He was so close to saying something decent. But
Yeah.
no. Nope. What was the principal's name? Not Principal Moss, the other one. God. Shit.
Of what?
The guy
school?
from the VFW.
Oh, Jeter?
Yeah, so Jeter
The beater?
Jeter the beater. He gives Peggy the paddle, old Spanky, and she's like hesitant to grab it. And he goes, what does he say? "Go on, take it. It's yours. I got nobody to hit anymore." His beating days are done.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's all. I just love when Luann is just like, "Guess who won best," I think it's manicure. "Guess who won best French manicure?" And nobody acknowledges it or responds to her. And then poor thing, rightfully, she's like sulking. And then everybody gets up, like Bobby runs away from Peggy and Peggy leaves, and Luann just goes, "All right, it was Sharona Johnson. It's not fair. She works really hard."
I know. I was watching that with that scene. Will happened to be there, and she asks, "Guess who won best French manicure at the Beauty Academy today?" And no one answered, and Will was just like, "Aw."
I know. Nobody fucking cared.
No one even pretended to answer. Who?
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's all I've got.
Should we get into listener comments?
Yeah, we should. We do not have a listener comment song, unfortunately. So let's just get into listener comments.
Okay, right off the bat by MattMan06. Just the look on Dooley's face as he's being spanked, so disturbing.
He looks genuinely surprised.
Ugh.
Let's see. Fish approved. Another win-win for the best character, Peggy. Also, her versus Cotton is so good.
Well, Shakayo says, "This is the nicest Cotton ever is towards Peggy," and I agree. His part is small, but she's so vulnerable in front of him, and he helps her.
Yeah,
it's nice.
This is the first time that we've seen in these seasons Cotton being decent to her.
Yeah.
Crumb Dumpster. "All right, it was Sharona Johnson. It's not fair. She works really hard."
Nomiomio, Peggy being a badass snake wrangler and snake junk identifier.
Very true. She knew that it was a female snake.
Yeah.
Becca Thunderdome. Did I criticize you for Big Spatula Tuesday fiasco?
She's the Manon. My Texas school still had paddles in 2010.
Did you get spanked?
Did you? I mean, I think technically it might still be legal in a lot of states.
So,
oh,
that's part of my trivia question, Jackie.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hope you're ready. Don't look it up.
I'm not. I don't even. Whatever.
Poison Envy 7 says Peggy slapping the paddle and the guys clenching their buttholes.
Yes. Oh, bikes.n.things. Take your top off. Shut up, Wendell. That's tomorrow night. I love that running gag through the episode. Take your top off.
Mazzy _C137. No, I can't do it. Never mind. She wanted us to read it in Clark Peters' voice. You do it, Jackie. You're good at it.
Naomi Clark Peter. No, that's not it.
That is it. That's good.
That's not it.
That's it.
Well, he just breathes so heavy.
He's so snotty all the time.
I know. Hey, that was me in middle school for sure.
Wait, I love this. So DXR _30 says Hank fondling remembering Reagan and saying, I miss voting for that man. All right, I've got one more. Reiki Rose says, Paddlin' Peggy says, nuh-uh-uh.
Well, my last one is by Max Nurse 93, and it just says, my son is dreaming about getting spanked by your wife. I love that quote.
It's gross. Why would Dale put such a gross spin on that? Come on.
One more submission. Nomiomio submitted a lot of really good quotes, but as a final, quote unquote, final thought, I would 1000% let Hank spank me. You better tune in to our Patreon after hours episode, after dark episode.
Horny ho yeah after dark.
You think your butthole's tight now? You better wait.
Just you wait. All right. Are you ready for
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, all right. Are you going to go first or
No, you go first.
Okay.
How many do you have?
Like 1 million.
All right, then obviously you go first.
All right, Jackie. How many states is it still legal for a school to physically oh, you're looking so excited. You know this. For a school to physically discipline a child.
I don't know it, but I'm excited for the answer because I'm sure it's going to be horrifying. Is it 42?
It is not that many. No.
Oh.
You ready?
Sure. Yeah.
19.
Do you know the states?
I do know the states, but I was going to ask you, follow up. Name
Okay,
5 of them. Take wild guesses. I guarantee that you will get them right. Just think, what states do you think would still have spanking?
Florida?
Take 5. Yep.
Of course, Florida.
Florida.
Well, I know it's not Texas. Alabama?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Alabama.
Yeah, okay. Not yay, but I don't know, South Dakota.
No, not South Dakota.
Oh. I'll say New Jersey.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm trying not to be like biased towards southern states.
Be biased.
Georgia.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant. It's the ones you think it is.
I don't wanna be biased, but
No, do it.
California.
I know. Maybe. Maine? No. So listen, I'm gonna name the schools, Jesus, the states.
Mhm.
Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Wyoming.
Texas?
Texas! Fuck yeah, Texas.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Wyoming?
Well, there's nothing else to do out there,
I suppose that's right.
I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
So yeah, those are all the schools. Schools. God damn it, states. Those are all the states. It's still technically legal to physically punish students.
All right, get your fill in if you're in any of those states. Now's your time.
Physically punish children at school. Let me make that clear. At school.
Those are the rules. It
Those
has
are the
to be
rules.
on school grounds.
Yes. All right. Let's see. What's my other trivia? I actually only have one other. Wait, no, I have two more. Okay. How many years of teaching does Peggy have underneath her belt?
Oh my god.
She says it while she's in a tizzy.
Yeah, right? 17?
Oh my god, so close. 18.
Ah!
Jackie! Those are the
Damn.
Price are Right rules. The Price is Right. You were
Damn.
over. No, you were under, close without going over. Jesus Christ. Oh, you did it. Run around. Yeah. All right, I got one more. One more.
All right.
When was the beginning of the Spanish Inquisition?
1478?
Ah, yeah, that's it. Yay. Okay. Those were my trivia questions. Now it's your turn.
All right. Well, at this point, I have one question left. Okay. Amy.
Yes.
What is the capital of Uruguay?
Oh, fuck. So Uruguay is a country. State? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of it.
It is a country. What is the capital?
Don't fucking know. I don't know.
The capital of Uruguay is Montevideo.
Yeah, no fucking clue. Great. That sounds good. That sounds right.
Well,
that's it.
that's all I had.
That's all you got. All right, cool. All right. So trivia's done. Do we have anything else?
No.
Okay. Did you put more lipstick on your teeth?
No.
Yes, you did. You suck. What the fuck?
Do I have some?
No, you're good. You look great. No. I mean, just maybe like a little, like over the. No, just a tiny bit. Yeah. You got it. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Oh my God. So we have nothing else to talk about. Oh wait, I wanted to talk about the filter, the King of the Hill filter that we have on Instagram. Finally got it approved. I am so excited about it. If you have an Instagram, go to our Instagram, Ho Yeah Pod. And on our profile, there's a little spot for filters. If you click it, you can try it, you can save it, and it'll filter through. It's which King of the Hill are you? And if
Couldn't be easier.
Couldn't be easier. If remember that you got to tap the screen to start it, because we had quite a few people who did it. They were just like, it's not working. I'm like, you gotta tap the screen.
Just experiment a little bit before you message us.
Yeah. And but it was really fun to see everyone's faces. That was a lot of fun. A lot of cuties, a lot of fun, funny reactions. A lot of them were just like, okay, I'll take it. But
that's what Will said. It was just a lot of like, okay.
I guess. But if you want to go check that out, or you could just even search for it under the filter thing. You just search which KOTH are you, and it'll pull right up, and you'll see my beautiful face as the preview. I put on all of my makeup because I had to do a preview video. So, but somebody did say that I looked like Bill. Yeah,
said that.
just some fucking troll. Jackie, I can't not take you seriously with this lipstick on your teeth. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I'm gonna beat you up.
It's for the Patreons.
It is for the Patreon. Do it for the Tron.
But that's crazy, though. Bill
Well,
would be
whatever,
lucky to look like you.
Oh, I know. No, I thought it was really funny. I was like, thanks. It was some turd alert. But anyway.
Turd alert.
All right, everyone. We hope that you have a wonderful week. We hope that you join our Patreon and listen to our sexy ooh, fan fiction readings.
Yes.
Highly erotic.
Yes, you will be very turned on.
Not a dry seat in the house.
Just set yourself up at the top of a very dry slip and slide, and you'll shoot right down that thing by the end of it.
Jesus, I just oh my God. Please join our Patreon. We love to have you. We love to see you. Eventually, not this week, not even next week, but the following week, we will have our live watch party, and can't wait for people to join us. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Keep your eels peeled for our giveaway stuff. We're gonna obviously be doing it through Instagram because that is where we're the most active. So we'll let you know when it's going on through the podcast, but also if you follow our Instagram, you're probably going to hear that info first. You're going to be hot off the presses. You'll be right there.
Hot.
So give us a follow. Send us listener comment songs. Hello at hoyapod.com.
You can call us at Funk30 Firm, FURM. That's firm with a U.
Right.
And we get voicemails all the time. Some that we can understand, some that we can't understand. But you can leave any voicemail you want.
Yes.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So yes, we love you. We'll talk to you soon. We hope you've enjoyed this.
Yeah.
We enjoy you.
We enjoy you.
All right. And are you ready, Jackie?
Yeah.
Until next time. Via Condia! It looks so threatening with that red lipstick on your teeth.
I'm beautiful.
Via Condios. All right.
It's called Dial.
Look it up, sweetie. All right. I'm ending the recording. Please tell me we recorded. We did. Cool. All right. We recorded that. Thank